Check this out. I appreciate every single person who watched my documentary. That means a lot. That means y'all care about my life. But I'm going to tell you haters something. Y'all can fuck off, suck a dick, and get out of my life for good. And you can go fuck off forever because I see y'all hating all the time. But you supporters love me forever, and I got another documentary coming. By the way, I'm the king for a reason. If you disagree, fuck off, and everyone who agrees, support me, homie.
So the Jalen video blew up. That was pretty cool. I had a lot of people come up to me and in the YouTube comments like saying I did a good job, saying the video was cool and that they enjoyed it, and that was awesome. I appreciate that a lot. But a lot of people, especially in the comments and in Facebook groups, were also hating on it and just Jalen in general. And I think what those people don't realize is that I had to make this video for a school event. I had to leave out certain things that weren't deemed like school appropriate, and I had to fit it into like a 3 to 4 minute time frame. I interviewed this guy for like 20 minutes and could only use like a minute and a half worth of footage. My original idea was to get a second interview with Jalen. Didn't really work out. So instead I just decided to take all the footage that I got from both Jalen and unused footage I got from other students at my school and just put it all into one video. It's pretty raw. There's not really transitions from one topic into the next, but I thought it would just be cool to just put all the footage I got into one video and just throw everything out there. So here's that, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Who is he?
He is the greatest. He's on the bike.
Wait, what do you know about him?
He just collects bottles and rides his bike.
He's the biker guy.
I know he rides around this whole area.
Is that like Jalen or something?
I have no idea who that is. Oh, yeah, I know him. That's what's his name? Jail?
That's Jalen. He's the king of Chesterfield.
Is that Jalen?
I've seen him like all the way down 21 in Romeo Plank. Yeah, I've seen him, of course, 23 in Gratiot.
Is that Jalen? It's Jalen.
Oh my God, it's Jalen. All right, tell me everything you know about him. Or anything you've heard.
He's always on his bike.
He has me on Snapchat. He drives around all the time, just around. He doesn't drive, he bikes. Oh, bikes, I mean.
Yeah, when I used to work at Gordon's, I rang him up a few times. He was a pretty nice guy.
I saw him added on Snapchat. He posts some great quality content on that. And he's not a big fan of people.
I have him on Snapchat. He posts a lot about like 90s rap.
I feel like everyone in this area knows who he is, but no one knows who he is.
He does like his vest though, his neon yellow vest. Rocks it everywhere he goes, and he couldn't live without it. That's about all I know on this man. Jalen is a mystery.
A mystery indeed. You see, it seems like everybody in the Chesterfield and New Baltimore area has seen this man around, biking his cares away. It seems that nobody really knows him, just stories and rumors that have gone around for months now. Nobody knows what's true and what's not, and more importantly, what this guy's about. So I thought, who better to ask than the man himself?
Let's get started.
All right. So what's your full name?
Okay. My full name is Jalen Lydell Kidd. J-A-L-E-N. No Y. Everybody likes to add a Y to it. I know it sounds like my name has a Y in it, but it don't. So J-A-L-E-N. Originally, I'm from Detroit. Me and my whole family is from the east side of Detroit. Lived there pretty much throughout my whole childhood and early teenage years. Then we moved out here to New Baltimore, lived out here for 6 months, and then we moved to Chesterfield, been out there for almost 10 years. So I've been in between New Baltimore, Chesterfield. My mother lives in Chesterfield. My grandmother lives in New Baltimore, so I'm in both. And, you know, just me, my fam, and we just moved to a better place pretty much. So I'm more close to my mother's side than anything. I'm not close to my father's side, barely even talk to him. We're not close like that. Grandfather's side, not really. So more on my mother's side, I'm super duper close. So yeah. My first job was in 2014 when I graduated high school, and it was Myers. I was a utility worker pushing carts. Left there, found something better. Well, I didn't really find much better. It was in between restaurant jobs like Bit Boys, Arby's, Bob Evans, and then I got better jobs. Salvation Army, I worked there for 6 months. I was a dock worker. I mean, yeah, I worked on the dock. I taped out furniture, took donations, all that shit. Oops, sorry, my bad. Then I found factory jobs. I worked at Anchor Bay Packaging, still do to this day. I work at Penske part-time. I landscape with my cousins. And I also work at this other plant called Global. It's on Russell Smith, past 23 and Gratiot Fair, you know, that area. And I do a lot of stuff, and I also like to get cans and bottles as a side hustle because I see it as an opportunity to make free money. So, yeah, so that's what I do. I've always rode a bike. I was always an active kid, so I was always pretty active. So I started really riding my bike the way I ride now, roughly around 2013. I always biked because I mainly didn't have a choice because I didn't have a car at the time. I have my license, but just a car, a lot of people don't know that. And family had to work all the time, so they couldn't really take me to where I needed to go, and I didn't like walking. I like walking, but I didn't feel like walking to certain places, so I just decided to get a bike, and then rest is history. Then I've been biking ever since because I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's good exercise. I'm more of a I'm a cardio guy, and if I have to ride a bike all the time to do that, so be it. Before I was working, like back when I was unemployed, I was biking all day. But because I work, I at least bike to work, and then I go back from my other job, and then I go to another, so I don't have time to bike all day. So for the most part, when I'm going in between jobs, it's like 20 minutes, and then after I get off those jobs, and when I'm off, and I'm got a little bit of spare time, such as now, I bike for like at least 3-4 hours until I'm ready to go home and call it a day or go on to another job. Well, the vest is originally from my work. People assume cops gave it to me, but it's not true at all. I got it from work. It's my work uniform because I work at a factory, Anchor Bay Packaging, and most wear vests there, and because I produce metal shit. And sorry, excuse my language. I produce a lot of metal stuff, so we have to wear a vest a lot. So, and I figure, because it's part of my work uniform, I might as well wear it while I'm wearing my riding my bicycle so people can see me more. Because before I wasn't wearing it, but I want to be more safe on it. So I got reflectors and I got a vest so people can see me.
Jalen has really strong legs.
I do. I have very, very strong legs.
Do you know how much you squat?
Do not know. No, I ask myself that all the time. That is a good question. I wish I could answer, but I do not know.
All right. Well, I did not know his name was Jalen until today, so I'm happy to put a name with that happy, smiling face that I see riding on his bike down Gratiot from time to time.
Jalen deserves to get hit by a car. Jalen, he drives around his bike like a madman, and I hope he gets hit because he's gonna hurt someone someday. Okay? He needs to get out that road, man. It's not for bikes. Stay on the sidewalk.
I see him a lot when I leave 7-Eleven. I talk to him. I love his little bedazzled bike. It's amazing.
Hi, I'm Matthew Vanderland, and I absolutely hate Jalen. He always goes out in front of my car, and he gets me very annoyed. One day I might accidentally hit him, and one day he might be in the hospital.
I mean, I love Jalen. He's such a good guy. Honestly, he always makes my day when he comes and screams at me.
He just makes me smile. I look at Jalen, and he's dancing. He just seems like he's really loving life, and he just puts a smile on my face. Sometimes we lock eyes and share a smile, and I don't know.
He's just a good guy. I mean, yeah, he's got a couple of problems here and there, but I mean, he's a good kid. He means no harm. You know, he does some stupid stuff, but he's genuinely a good guy. I've talked to him a couple of times.
What did you have to say?
Nothing really. I just think people, I mean, again, it's kind of a pain when you got somebody riding their bike out in the middle of the road, but I mean, he doesn't know any better, you know? He's a good guy, though.
I feel like it's in between. I feel like most love, but you got some haters too. And the people who love, they normally defend me and talk very good about me, and I appreciate them very heavily. And then you got the people who talks bad and likes to say the other type of stuff about me, but I don't care because they wouldn't matter to me, and they don't really know me. They just know what I do on the road, so they don't know me to judge me. So I feel like it's in between. More love than hate, but it's in between for the most part.
What have you heard about him?
I've kind of heard that maybe he's on some drugs and is on some weird power trip. Maybe he's trying to find Atlantis.
I know that he likes, I think he's autistic. I'm not saying that as like an offensive thing, but I heard that somewhere. I did hear that somewhere. Don't cancel me, please.
Yeah, I'm not what they think I am. Like, most people be like, oh, he's mentally unstable, he's this, he's that. Nah. I'm just an energetic dude who likes to just enjoy himself and have fun, and I like to entertain people. It's just part of my persona. It's my thing.
He likes messing with people.
He flips people off when you drive by him, and almost gets hit by a car like every single day on 23.
And I know that he like smiles and then like flips me off.
He basically just goes around screaming "fuck you" to everybody.
You wanna know why? Because you got some people that loves to be, like too sarcastic. Like, they like to just show off because they in a car and stuff like that, and I'm on a bike and all that type of stuff, and I just don't take too kind of that. And then they always like to cut me off when I'm trying to cross certain places, and I don't appreciate it, so I flip them off in response because I'm pretty hot-headed like that. So, but for the most part, that's just my way of just messing around, because I don't really mean nothing by it. It's just having fun though.
He has me on Snapchat.
Snapchat? Yeah, talk more about it. Some of the stuff he says is completely out of pocket.
Yeah, he blocked me on Snapchat because I told him that my friend Sean Wheeler was the king of Chesterfield.
Jalen is the king of Chesterfield.
He's the king of Chesterfield.
Simple, because I'm the king. I'm just like, because I'm pretty popular in both. I'm pretty well loved in both. I inspire people in both cities. Most people came to my face and told me that they look up to me and all that, and I felt, okay, since I'm pretty popular in both towns, and people came up to me and said how much they like seeing me around, and I make them smile. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna be the king of both cities then.
So you came up with the name?
I did come up with the name. Nobody gave me that but myself.
I respect that.
What do I know about Jalen Kidd? Well, hear this. Jalen Kidd is a man who bikes around wearing all neon, causing all hoopla, screaming at everybody, right? But that's besides the point. I've texted Jalen. I know what he thinks. You see, Jalen's a very curious person, all right? He frequently asks me where I last seen him, how many people I think saw him, and who exactly saw him. Now, I'm a pretty big Jalen fan, but, like, I'm not a super stalker, all right? I don't know too much about this guy, all right? Like, I don't know who's watching you, man, all right? But this is what matters. One time, I offered to buy him a smoothie at Tropical Smoothie, and he declined. And also, Sean Wheeler's the king of Chesterfield.
Well, I know that Dylan Kowalski saw him at Cold Stone once because it was on his story, and I'm a frequent visitor of Cold Stone, so I thought that was pretty nice to see like Jalen was there. And I see him all the time. He just spawns everywhere. I'm convinced there's some sort of like underground tunnel system under Chesterfield, and he just travels around with his little bike. What do you have to say about him, Robin?
As I was just telling her just a few minutes ago, sometimes he flips you off, sometimes he says hello. He's quite a friend.
Yeah.
He's like a stray dog. You feed him and then he comes back.
And he's always wearing the same outfit and always biking around. I saw him at a Taco Bell once with Lauren Dowell, and it was a fun time, and I was scared I was going to hit him because I was in the drive-thru.
That's a very common thing people say, that they're scared they're gonna hit him.
Yeah, because he's always riding around.
He's always just riding around. Like he thinks
all
he's
the time.
he thinks he's just like a free for all. Like he just has the right of way every time.
Because he owns Chesterfield. I've heard he's the mayor of Chesterfield.
Yeah, I heard he's running.
He's biking.
He's biking.
He's actually said he was going to be in a biking tournament, and he posted about it on social media.
Yeah, I did. I did. I still do, actually. I mean, actually, that idea came from a post that was made about me a few months ago where people was talking good about me and all that other stuff. You know, most people defended me. And then I seen one comment that said, man, he should really be in the tournament because I feel like he would win the whole thing. And then I really thought about it and looked at it. I'm like, maybe I should. I never really thought about it like that. So the more I thought about it, the more I gave it some more effort into it, and I'm like, maybe I should participate in this. And then I started looking, a friend of mine sent me a lot of videos of tournaments, and I'm like, okay, this really looks interesting. I really could participate in this. I still want to participate. Oh, damn it. I hope that didn't mess up the whole. I still want to participate, but I have a little busy. I'm too busy with my schedule, so it's preventing me from doing so. But I eventually do want to participate in that because I really feel like I can win, and I also want to see who's on my level of speed when it comes to bicyclists. So I want to see who can be equal, a little better, and then, or I could be better. You know, just trying to. Yeah, and plus I always wanted to race.
I'm pretty sure he gets hit by cars like multiple times in like a year.
He got hit by a car one time, and he said that he was going to try and do it again because he wants more money. I just know he was in the hospital, and he got hurt and got money.
That is true. Yeah, let's see. Early 2017, I was biking, you know where Sugarbush is? I was going, north on Sugarbush, you know, towards like Callens, all that. I wasn't that far, but I was on Sugarbush. I was riding. It was like winter, and then it wasn't snowing, luckily, but it was pretty cold outside. And I was just riding. I was on a shoulder. They don't have too many sidewalks on that Pacific area, but they should. A car was going the opposite way of me. I had no idea that car was coming, but I was nowhere at fault. I was on the shoulder, as I should, as the pedestrian. The guy was going the opposite way, and then I was on my phone just changing because I was listening to my music and all that, just changing the song. So I briefly looked down a little bit, and then as I look up, a car is literally coming my way, but he's literally swerving into my way. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was driving too fast. I don't know if he was texting and driving and got distracted. Either way, he was clearly at fault. He comes to my way, next thing you know, and then before I could even try to avoid him, he just hit me, and then I was knocked out. I sued. Yeah, definitely. Me and my people sued his parents' insurance, and I was on the shelf for 6 months. I was in the cast for 6 weeks, on the boot for 2 months, and then physical therapy for 4. Fibula, tibula bone, both messed up. So it was a pretty serious injury, and it sucked being out of work. I had to leave work because of that, medical leave, and then yeah. So far we sued their insurance, and then they paid my hospital bills, and then we got. Until I started working again, I was getting at least $900 a month from his insurance. Because as soon as I got better, I immediately started going back to work because I wanted to start getting my own money again. Well, the craziest thing that I've experienced riding around is, I ain't gonna lie, just having a whole group of people that's smiling and giving me that greed, like, you know, that greed love that's waving and smiling and, you know, giving me all that attention and all that stuff. So that, and just riding places that I never thought I would ride before, like riding all the way down to Shelby Township back, you know, just going for long bike rides and just getting that attention and that greed and all that, and people actually stopping by to speak to me and get to know me more. That was a good one as well. They made me feel like I was welcome.
All right, well, that's all I got for you, unless you have some other stuff you want to talk about. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, that was
yeah. All right, man.
That was dope.
Thank you. I'll send you the video when I'm finished with it. Pleasure meeting you.
Think I fucked up?
No, you did great. That's all right.
They interviewing the guy. Hey, bitch.